We start with the coronavirus situation here in Tokyo, where the state of emergency will be extended again from Tuesday. The Tokyo metropolitan government reported 448 new cases on Sunday. That marks the 17th straight day of week-on-week declines. However, the number of people undergoing treatment remains at stage 4, the highest level.
The number of infection cases has been declining, but the margin of decline is not enough. Please do not forget that we are still in the middle of a state of emergency.
The state of emergency was also extended for Osaka. 197 new cases were confirmed in the prefecture on Sunday. It was the first time that the daily count fell below 200 in over 2 months. But both the hospital bed occupancy rate and number of people undergoing treatment are at the highest levels. Even as Tokyo and Osaka show a downtrend in new cases, the figures for serious cases and deaths across the nation remain high. The number of serious cases has stayed over 1,000 throughout the month. The count stood at a high of more than 1,300 on Sunday. Over 100 deaths have been reported on several days this month. Meanwhile, the coronavirus vaccine rollout is accelerating nationwide. More people will become eligible for vaccination starting on Monday at state-run large-scale inoculation venues. Eligibility at the Tokyo venue now covers elderly citizens living in any part of the capital and 3 neighboring prefectures. Eligibility at the Osaka site will expand from Osaka city residents to the whole prefecture. Doctors and nurses from the self-defense forces have been staffing the venues with the help of medical workers from the private sector. The daily vaccination capacity will also increase to 10,000 shots at the Tokyo venue and 5,000 at the Osaka site. The figures are the upper limits set by the Defense Ministry. Around 3/4 of young adults living in Tokyo still plan non-essential outings despite the state of emergency. That's according to a survey by the metropolitan government. The online survey was conducted this month. It covered residents between the ages of 15 and 39. 1,300 people responded. They were asked how many days a week they plan outings other than for school or work. 27% answered 1 day and 19% said 2 days. Overall, about 75% said they make such plans. They were also asked about the purpose of going out. The most common answer was shopping at 70%. 40% said exercise, and 21% said indoor or outdoor dining. Multiple answers were allowed. People were asked why they made such plans. 34% said they didn't consider them to be non-essential. Government officials say they will look into more effective ways to get the message out to younger people about how serious the pandemic is. Health authorities in Vietnam say they've found a new coronavirus variant in 4 people who were infected with the one from India. A mutation was found in the DNA of spike proteins on the surface of the virus. These play a crucial role in infecting human cells. Vietnam's health authorities say the mutation resembles one in the variant first found in Britain. A World Health Organization official in Vietnam told NHK that it's not yet known how transmissible the new variant is. But the official said it is important to closely watch the status of infected people. Local media say the health minister has warned that the variant replicates quickly and is more easily transmitted through the air. Vietnam had been quite successful in containing the spread of the virus, but variants began appearing at the beginning of this year. The number of new cases has been rising since late April, surpassing 400 on some days. The Japan Coast Guard has found a crew member of a sunken cargo ship inside the vessel. He has been confirmed dead. The Japanese ship Byakko collided with a chemical tanker on Thursday night off Ehime Prefecture and sank. The cargo ship's captain and 2 others went missing. Divers have been searching for them in the ship at a depth of about 60 meters. On Sunday morning, a crew member was found in the wheelhouse near the ship's stern. The Coast Guard says he has been identified as a 22-year-old marine engineer. The Japan Transport Safety Board began inspecting the chemical tanker on Sunday. It is docked near the site of the accident. In recent years, a network of more than 5,000 volunteer-run cafeterias has sprung up across Japan to provide meals for children who, for whatever reasons, are not getting enough to eat. One of them, which opened in Ehime Prefecture, southwest Japan, is also giving the children a chance to interact with visitors from other countries.
It's 4 p.m. That's the time when the children start to arrive at the International Children's Cafeteria in Matsuyama City. They come here to eat, but they also get to play with the volunteer staff. Today, they will be treated to a Vietnamese meal. Since March of this year, meals like this have been served once a week, prepared by students from countries across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Of course, strict infection control measures are in place. This project was set up by Yamase Marie.
I wanted to create a place where many people can feel at home. Some visiting students told me they'd like to prepare some dishes from their home countries.
Sophia Martin is from India. She comes to the cafeteria every week. For her, interacting with the children and others is a way to feel closer to Japanese culture.
It's fun. I love it.
Sophia arrived in Ehime 2 years ago. From the start, she enjoyed her university studies and also her social life with friends. But things changed following the coronavirus outbreak in Japan. Classes were moved online, and she found herself spending more time on her own in her apartment.
The corona was not there when I first came to Japan, so I thought life will be very fun and very easy in Matsuyama, and I can enjoy as well as I can study, and I can do my study.
Being away from her family for over a year and a half, she started feeling homesick. That's when she heard Yamase was inviting volunteers to help her in the cafeteria. One time, she prepared a meal for 40 people, an Indian chicken curry.
We play, eat, and cook together. It's fun, almost like therapy.
There will be more and more international students and foreigners visiting Ehime. If the children interact with many different people when they're young, that will make it easier for them when they're grown up. I want to make this a place where anyone from any country can come and feel at home.
Even during the pandemic, the success of this International Children's Cafeteria can be seen in the smiles on the faces of the children and the volunteers from abroad.
Efforts are underway to form a new Israeli government that could see Benjamin Netanyahu ousted as prime minister. The opposition leader, Yair Lapid, has been holding talks with a right-wing party amid signs that a deal could be close. West African leaders are meeting in Ghana to discuss their response to last week's coup in Mali. The coup leader and now interim president, Colonel Assimi Goïta, has been invited for consultations. The Japanese tennis star Naomi Osaka has been fined for refusing to give interviews at the French Tennis Open. Organisers said she could be banned from future Grand Slam tournaments if she continued to avoid her media obligations. The leaders of Australia and New Zealand have met for talks for the first time in 15 months after border restrictions between the two countries were lifted. Scott Morrison and Jacinda Ardern met. Neither Prime Minister needed to wear a face mask. Those are the headlines.